there, CrossFit JV and Varsity. Coming at you with another CrossFit Kids workout for this week. Today, we're gonna be focusing on squats. We've done this before. We did this in one of our earlier videos, odd object squats. So I've got a couple of things to show you with that. We're gonna be doing some, for our workout of the day, is as many rounds as possible. Whoops, you can't see it. As many rounds as possible in 7 minutes. And we'll go over that, 7 planks to squat and 7 jumping lunges. And then our challenge is a balloon bump challenge using your legs only. All right, so we're gonna start up here at the top. So the only things you need, I would say, are like maybe three separate odd objects that you can use for your squats and a balloon. For those of you who are JVers, you have a balloon in your CrossFit Kids Care package that you got a couple of weeks ago. So you can grab those. And I believe, yep, those are the only things you need for your workout today. So go ahead and pause the video and grab your stuff and bring it back together. All right. First thing we're gonna do to warm up is called joint rotation. So we're gonna get our joints nice and warmed up and ready to go for this workout today. So tip your right ear to your right shoulder. Pretend like you're pushing something into the ground with your other hand. You get a nice long stretch in your neck. Then tip your left ear to your left shoulder. Push your hand down into the ground. Good. Now tuck your chin, looking down. And look up to the ceiling. A nice slow roll all the way around. Going back in the other direction. Good. Now let's take our shoulders and roll them back. Each time you come back, really try to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Do a few of those. Then rotate forward. Good job. Now stick your arms out to the side. Make small circles forward. And as you're circling, make the circles bigger and bigger and bigger until they're so big they cross over in front. Good. Now back out to the side, going in the opposite direction. Backwards, small circles, gradually getting bigger and bigger and bigger until they cross over in front. Wonderful. Now wrists are next. Rotate and roll your wrists both directions. Good. Nice. Hands on your hips. Feet a little bit further apart. We're going to go nice and wide all the way around. Hips out into the side. Stick them out. Going back the other way. Good. Next, we're going to your hips. So knee up and back. And then forward. Other leg, up and back. And forward. We'll keep going back and forth there for about 3 times. Good. Next, you're gonna stick your knee out in front and give a nice circle around, kind of kick forward. Let me turn to the side so you can kind of see. There. Go in both directions. Hold your balance. Good. Opposite leg. Circles. And again. Good. Now you're going to stick out your foot. Give us some nice ankle rolls in both directions. Good. Try the other foot. Good job. Now, I'm going to show you the second part of your warm-up for today. And I'm going to show you one full cycle, and then I'm going to have you pause your video, and I want you to do that same cycle 5 total times. So we'll do 1 cycle together, and then you'll do 4 more cycles after I show you the first one. So starting here at the top, you're going to bend down, touch the ground, walk your hands out until you get into a plank position. We'll come back a little bit so you can see me. Then you're going to Spider-Man lunge. So bring one leg, hand up next to the same foot, and then other foot to the other hand. Good. And then back. That foot, or that hand that's next to your foot, I want you to reach up to the ceiling and come back down. Switch legs. Reach reach up to the ceiling and back down. Once you're back into plank, walk yourself back into that downward dog position. Hold it there, push your heels into the ground, stretch your hips and your hamstrings, and then walk all the way back to your toes and stand up. All right, that's one cycle. So I'm gonna put this up here in front of you so you can see what we're gonna do. Inchworm, Spider-Man lunges, and then the world's greatest stretch is where you reach up to the ceiling. So pause your video and do this cycle 4 more times. All right, so odd object squats. So what that means is we're gonna use things that you can find around the house. For me today, I'm gonna show you 2 different odd objects, and I'm gonna have you try it with those, all right? So, the first thing I have here is a laundry basket. Now, my laundry basket is full of different things. These things in my laundry basket are not that heavy, so you can find other things like cans or bottles or just about anything and fill up your laundry basket to make it heavier, but heavy enough, or not too heavy that you can't hold onto it, and not too heavy that you can't do 10 full squats without putting it down, all right? So let's go over our squat really quickly. Remember, for your squat, your feet are just wider than your hips. You're gonna send your hips back, we'll come from the side, hips back and down, so that we're not coming into our knees and we're not coming so far that we're sticking our chest down. To here, hips back, down, raise your arms, keep your knees out, don't let them collapse in like this. Knees are out, chest is up, and you'll notice my hips are below my knees. Then stand. Good. All right, let's do 3 all together. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now, obviously, when you're holding on to something, you can't put your hands in the air. That's just to help us get our position ready so that our chest stays up while we squat. So, now, I'm gonna hold on to this laundry basket. Chest is back or up, back is flat. I'm gonna squat 3 times with my laundry basket. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now, when you do this, you're gonna do 3 separate objects and you're gonna squat it 10 times each. So I'm gonna just show you a different example. So here's another example. You might have a bucket. It's a little different shape. Hands are gonna be positioned a little bit differently. In my bucket, I have some barbell clips. Again, anything you put in your bucket to make it a little bit heavier, cans, rocks, anything you can find in there. Now, you can either hold the bucket on the side, or you can give it a nice big hug like this. And I'm gonna show you 3 squats with a bucket. 1, 2, 3. Now, again, you're gonna do 10, all right? 3 separate objects, 10 squats each, making them as heavy as you can tolerate it without having to stop in the middle of your set of 10, okay? All right, go ahead and pause the video and take care of those squats right now. All right, next we have our as many rounds as possible, 7 plank to squat and 7 jumping lunges. So let me demonstrate those for you. All right, I'll show you. Now, the plank jump to squat looks a lot like an up down or a push up plus burpee. But when we jump up, we're gonna jump up into a squat position. So I'm gonna jump back and then jump up into the squat and stand. Hands down, jump back, jump up into squat and stand. From the other side, looks like this. Oops, almost resting. And up. All right, 7 of those. Every time you stand up, that would be 1. Into 7 jumping lunges. Now, when I say 7, I mean 7 each leg, so 14 total. So when you count your lunges, it's gonna look like this. 1, 2, 3, and so on. So let me show you from the side. Now, if that is challenging for you, it's perfectly okay to not jump. You can just simply lunge. If it's too challenging to jump in the middle. Back knee touches the ground, and you're gonna do 7 or 14 total, 7 each leg. All right, so set your clock for 7 minutes and do those 2 things as many times as you can before the timer runs out. All right, I'm gonna put it here in front of you. Good, go ahead and pause your video and have at it. Cool. All right, I'm gonna put your challenge today on our CrossFit Kids Facebook page so that you'll be able to do it there and post some videos. Let me see how you're doing. All right, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next week.